Welcome back, everyone, to Bay Sunday. Our next guest is an author and a licensed therapist here to explain to us the meaning of anger and how it can actually be a gift in one's life. That's right, a gift. In her book titled The Gift of Anger, she reveals anger's best-kept secrets and a 7-step process to move past any level of anger. Please welcome to Bay Sunday, Dr. Marcia Cannon. Marcia, pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, anger is an emotion that we've all experienced, but most of the time we think of it as a negative emotion. But yet you say it really can work in positive ways.
It's designed to work in positive ways. I actually define anger differently. I define it as a 2-stage process. And the first stage is what we all know as anger. So the emotion comes up, it's directed out. The second stage is where you calm yourself down a bit and then take your anger and turn it inward so that you can work with it, and it will help you uncover what's really going on, and it will help you transform that volatile energy into dependable and permanent emotional strength. That's the gift.
That makes great sense. I understand that this book, though, came out of your desire to address your own anger.
It did originally. I grew up in an angry family, and you know, sometimes as a child you make a promise that you mean so much that you keep it your whole life. My promise was, I'm not raising my kids this way. And so I researched and I studied and I read and I tried, and I finally came up with the steps that worked for me. And then eventually I became a psychotherapist, and I had clients around about the 3rd session say, I'm really embarrassed to tell you, but I have anger issues. And I kept using the process, and people kept saying, wow, this is really great.
And this is something I think we've all gone through. Now, you talk about 7 steps to uncover anger, but talk about some of the exercises that you have in this book to help you deal with this emotion.
Well, I have exercises in every chapter. What I want you to be able to do is really integrate what you're learning. So, so for every step, I have an exercise, at least 1, maybe 2, that goes with that particular step so that you can really take it in, see how it works for you.
Sort of how it makes you feel, how it makes you act, how you react to it. And it steps like you're writing about it, you're talking about it.
Yes.
One of the things, too, that you talk about how to deal with other people's anger, but what about when the anger is within?
It's a really important question. Most people are so much harder on themselves than
I can't lose this weight. I'm not raising my children right. That sort of thing.
It's almost like we're programmed to say, what's wrong with me now? And what I want to do is have you use, again, that anger to define your own strength, to really start building that strength. So the last chapter is on what do you do when you're angry with yourself, and it's a little bit of a takeoff on the 7 steps. There are 9 steps actually, because you're working with your feelings that caused you to do whatever you did, and then your feelings as a result of what you did. But you can use the process.
One quick tip to tame the emotion of anger before it tames you?
One quick tip. You know, if you're out and you don't have time to sit down with the 7 steps and you haven't used the process a lot, one big suggestion is take a deep breath. Very, very simple. You can do it anywhere. And the thing is that you have to relax the muscles in the trunk of your body to do that. And when you do that, you start relaxing your nervous system.
Great, great advice. Marcia, thank you.
Thank you.
Marcia's book, again, is The Gift of Anger. And for more information, you can check out our website, giftofanger.com. Dr. Marcia Cannon, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And that does it for us today. A quick note, my co-anchor Frank Malico will be guest hosting next week's edition of Bay Sunday. I'm Sydnie Kohara. Have a great week, everyone. Take a deep breath.
That does.